Hey guys, girls, and NB homies, there's no one to save you now, but you can call me Church. I've decided to switch things up a little. I'll still be trying to release COMs on Mondays, but I do want to start putting out these Dragon's Dogma videos on Thursdays. It's kind of a headfirst plunge for me, so I do hope you guys will support, correct, and work with me as I try to explore the depths of this wonderful game. Full spoilers are in effect. Now, do your 20 Hail Itsunas while we talk about... We have to start by explaining what a pawn actually is. Pawns are a race of semi-sentient humanoids originating from the Rift. The Rift is the realm of the Seneschal, which births pawns, dragons, and supposedly the entire fucking multiverse. But we'll get into that some other time. Pawns, rarely called myrmidons, just wander around the world taking random mercenary jobs until a new arisen arises to recruit them. They really exist for the sole purpose of assisting the Arisen in defeating the dragon, ascending to the throne of creation, and perpetuating the great cycle. But we will see that that purpose is just a shackle, and their increasing proximity to humanity can leave them as more than simple servants of the cycle. We have 3 direct, in-game examples that provide the question, the answer, and the consequences respectively. So we'll start with the mystery of... The first quest offered by Sir Maximilian of the Worm Hunt is called the Cipher. He gives you an ancient slate which eventually leads you to Hillfigure Knoll north of the Dios Hills. As you approach the stone structure, you're greeted by a pawn waxing philosophically, if nonsensically, about the nature of knowledge.
Him who knows that I know what he seeks to know, knows it well, while he who knows not what I know, or know not.
The Dragonforged then introduces himself as an Arisen who designed the slate to lead any future Arisen toward his isolated cave and his invaluable knowledge of the dragon. You see, the Dragonforged did take up arms and battle the dragon, but lost and fled, sparing him the fate of a Drake or the Duke, while still being cursed with immortality until the beast is slain and his heart is returned. If we speak to his main pawn named the Fool, he talks about his loss of identity and confusedly states that he is the Dragonforged.
In the fullness of time, I shall come to know when the time has come. Know that all I know is that I shall know all who know me. I am not but my shadow, though my shadow be not shadow, but myself. I am come here at the end of my journeys, rich in scars and rich of mind. I am Dragonforged, knower of the beast, and known to it in kind.
Just looking at both of their models, you can tell that they are identical, with just the Dragonforge's age slider turned up to fucking 11. Once Grigori is defeated and the Dragonforge turns to dust, the Fool is left at Hillfigure Knoll spouting the exact same claim that he is the Dragonforged.
I am Dragonforged.
Suchong, you can't eat right now. Come say hi. Hey Suchong, are you hungry, boy? He's gonna be eating in the background, sorry. This is where it's made apparent that there's more to some pawns than just being the unfeeling fodder for the Battle of Volition. So what the hell's happening here? We actually get a pretty clear answer by taking a look at You first meet Celine in the quest Lost and Found when Kina ventures into the Witchwood on her quest to heal your heart scar. She is surprised to find a young woman residing in the shack because the witch has always been described as an elderly woman.
Begging your pardon, but we seek the witch of these woods. A great and aged woman? Perhaps you might have seen her?
But Celine explains that, no, that was my, grandmother. She's dead. And Kina's like, oh, that makes sense. Bye, cause she's a boss bitch. She's got other shit to worry about. Celine also drops some interesting tidbits about how the faith, the official religion of Grancis, is suppressing knowledge of the dragon. But we'll get to it, maybe next time. Fascinating shit, sub to be notified. Anyway, the next you hear of Celine is just after hearing the Duke's directive. If you run down to the Fountain Square in Grand Sorin, you'll witness the locals talking about the witch and how the guards have sought her counsel against the dragon, beginning the quest Witch Hunt. Now, because of the church's corruption, which Celine hinted at, she's actually been marked a witch, a heretic, and must burn. So you run all the way from Cassardus to the Witchwood again because you didn't know you'd have to come back here, and god damn it, why won't this port crystal work? Oh. Shit. Just as you arrive to save her, the inactive golem beside her hut comes alive, scaring off the mob and opening a path further into the Witchwood. At the end of the path, you see Celine standing next to the spirit of an elderly woman who looks exactly like an older version of her Gran. But it turns out that her Gran is actually a deceased arisen named Sophia, and Celine was her main pawn.
So, you are arisen. This may come as a small surprise, but I know well the path you walk. For you see, I myself was once arisen, and this girl Celine was my pawn. The soul of an arisen cannot but affect their follower. Given time, pawn will assume the arisen's very form. This is the Bestowal of Spirit, or so I named it. I did not grasp the full meaning of this transfer when first I noticed it. But see well, Celine. See how she resembles me? I pray she can soon live her life as a human true.
My pawn print.
Yes, I see it now. In truth, I had long thought as much. The ways of pawns and humans are so very close.
Can I truly live? Can I be human?
You can, Celine. The Bestowal of Spirit granted you my heart. As you learned of the world, you filled this heart with feelings of your own. Pawns are but shadows of life, doomed to forever echo out across the rift. But soon you will be freed of this unending cycle. Then will your thoughts belong to you alone. Then will you speak with your own voice.
My own voice. I would be with you.
Sophia gifts Celine her soul, and her pawn print dissolves as her duty to any arisen is released. Pawn print gone and humanity bequeathed, Celine asks if she can stay at your house in Cassardus until she can learn what it means to be human. However, this pursuit is still just her making ale for you whenever you ask for it.
Herbs? Ah, for brewing ale. Very well. Here, you are welcome to these.
It's also kind of awkward when your beloved moves in with you. Like, where the fuck do either of you sleep? That tells us what is happening with these pawns and how.
I've become human. Have I not? Human. Like you.
But while we're on the topic of lovers, there is one final character that shows us some consequences to this bestowal of spirit. Ulra was once a pawn. A long time ago, an arisen named Greta created her as a companion. In her journeys, Greta had adopted a boy named Ash as something like a son, but ultimately, Greta and Orla left him behind to face the dragon and the seneschal beyond. Greta fell to the power of the god and was reborn as a dragon, leaving what remained of her spirit to Ulra, her faithful pawn. When marked as the next arisen, Ash journeyed with one who resembled his beloved Greta in both likeness and spirit. He and Ulra fell in love, and we all know the danger of that for an arisen. With Ulra captured as his sacrifice, Ash recognized the dragon as that arisen for whom he had cared so deeply, Greta. So torn between his mother and his lover, oh, wait, she's basically his stepsister. Fuck. Torn between his mother and his lover, he made his wish to damn the whole cruel cycle. As the sacrifice was made good, Ulra's spirit clung to the body of a defeated Arisen, who was coincidentally also named Ulra.
That woman. She too was named Ulra. Perhaps it was that chance bond that led her spirit to me.
That feels like a first draft, like a "why did you say that name" contrivance. Now, in the endless corruption of Bitter Black Isle, a dead Arisen is possessed by the soul of a pawn and compelled to seek any who could end the miserable existence of Ash's wish, in an interesting reversal of the Bestowal of Spirit. Eventually, when Ash is freed from his cursed daemon form, Ulra releases the Arisen she possessed and moves on with her love to whatever comes next as a truly human spirit, forged in love and suffering, because we all know that what makes a person in this great cycle is the suffering. Those are the 3 stories of pawns becoming people that you can experience in Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. The Bestowal of Spirit can be a confusing point in what is an already confusing world, so let me know if I got anything wrong or if you have your own theories. It is worth noting that your pawn also takes on your appearance and soul in the ending of the game, but what they do with their newfound humanity is left as ambiguous as what the world will look like now that the seat of the Seneschal lays empty. Maybe we'll get some answers when Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out. But for now, as always, have a fantastic week. Love you. Bye.